DUNN is the second largest regional accounting firm in the Northeast. We have about 300 employees, and we do audit, tax, and consulting work throughout New England and the nation. We have a great partnership with Husson University, and we have since the beginning. That's been the place where we primarily started our internship program.
Everyone at Husson has been great and very helpful with the internship process. They worked very well with me to help me get this internship, but also allow me to continue my studies at the same time.
They get such a great base at Husson that they come in extremely well prepared technically. When they do the internship, they really can understand, take the knowledge that they've learned and apply it and say, oh, I'd like to do this.
Husson definitely prepares you very well to enter into accounting, but there are definitely some things that you just don't learn, and you can't learn until you're in the field, until you're actually doing the work.
Your first year in public accounting is an amazing learning curve, really, and so they get that jump start before they officially start their careers.
I would definitely say there's a value as well for DUNN. They are getting students to come in who are eager, who are willing to learn, and who are interested in learning.
It's been a really mutually beneficial relationship, and we've gotten so much value from it over the years.
This internship has given me the ability to connect with people in the field, meet people who will be mentors to me throughout my entire career.
An internship is an extremely important part of their professional development, and it will also help them judge where they want to go and what they want to do once they graduate. So it's very low risk to get a lot of benefit as to where you want to go with your future.
MMG Insurance is a property and casualty carrier. We do business in 5 different states. We're headquartered here in Presque, Maine, a little over 200 employees and growing. So the internship program is really important for us in that growth stage to really provide some new talent.
So it's a great program. It runs 12 weeks long, and I had the opportunity to join the underwriting team, which we do risk management. But I also have the opportunity every week, we have weekly job shadows.
Underwriting, claims, all the office support like accounting, finance, human resources, marketing, that's what makes up MMG. And our interns get a chance to see that. They're exposed to each of those departments and really hopefully get a good understanding of what the insurance industry has to offer.
So the benefit that I receive is great real-world experience. I get to take the knowledge that I learned from the classroom setting and apply it in a real-world scenario that also benefits the company.
We've had a number of Husson interns, and they have brought a lot of value to the company and the organization. We've really been impressed by the quality of the students that we're getting from Husson.
When you're an intern here at MMG, you get to network with former interns and talk about their experience and the transition that they had between their internship and full-time employment once they finish school. It's a win-win situation for both the employer because you get the extra help, as well as the student because you get that gained experience and knowledge.
So the partnership between MMG and Husson has been absolutely fantastic. Having an internship program is a great way to build entry-level pipeline for future positions.
Sherwin-Williams is a 150-year-old manufacturer and retailer of paint in the United States. We have 4,000 stores, 23 here in the state of Maine. So for us, we really feel that interns are a great way for us to get fresh and innovative ideas while simultaneously giving talent development opportunities for those interns.
So I learned the management aspect of looking at the books, understanding the P&L statements, understanding how this business works, and then on top of that, my goal in life was to be in sales, and they really catered the internship towards the sales aspect.
Alex was a great find, and it really all started by that partnership we have with Husson and their ability to know our needs as an employer as well as know their students and what their students are looking to get out of a career.
Things that I have learned at Husson, I absolutely have used, and whether it's the people skills, whether it's learning how to study, learning how to present, learning what to focus on and time management, Husson really has given me a lot of attributes that I wouldn't have been able to ask from any other school.
Alex worked for us for 8 weeks. He really focused in on a sales project for us. If I could clone and bottle Alex, I would definitely do that. Alex brought a tremendous amount of energy to his internship project as well as just his daily job assignments.
I see a path where I can go in life. If I want to go sales, I can go to the sales. If I want to go management, I can go to management. This is a career, it's not just a job. And it's not me pushing papers, it's not me getting coffees for people. This is me calling up real companies and relationship building so I can gain real sales for my store.
I'd say the Husson students bring a different level of business savvy and entrepreneurial spirit, which is always great in any business that you're looking to do. Really, I think that's what made our internship so successful this year was that we had a qualified candidate that came from the Husson internship program.
Ocean Properties, they own over 150 hotels within the U.S. and Canada. Here in Bar Harbor specifically, they employ around 700, a little over 700 employees, and about 10 of those are Husson interns. There's about 12 managers altogether. About 5 of those are managers that are graduates from Husson.
I have worked with several Husson students, and they've come out of there completely willing to work hard. Every single one of them has had such a drive for hospitality because of the base and the education that they've come from.
The support from Husson is incredible. Husson itself, as far as the internship program and school, they are the best support I think I've ever received. So very flexible, really willing to make sure that everything works out for the student.
Really getting to work in all these different positions, you get a wide variety of experience. If I were to look at my resume from when I first started and now to where I am now 4 years later, I mean, it's expanded so much.
They're driven, and that's a big value to us. The fact that they come in and they are willing to work, they've gotten the education from the school, now they're ready for the experience. And they're more than willing to go above and beyond to do it.
So we have a really good relationship between Husson and here, and to see people that are, where I once was, and then to come here, it's just, I want to take them on my wing, I want to teach them all that I can.
It's one of those things where every customer, it's different. Every solution you have to a problem is different. So you really get that interaction and you really get that experience of taking what you learn in class and actually being able to personalize it to the guest that's right in front of you.
I mean, they'll learn how to run properties, they'll learn how to run restaurants and different outlets, but specifically with our company and here, you'll learn how to work within a whole industry.
We want them eventually to become us. We're training them to be us. So the earlier we can get them in and the more work we can kind of throw at them and teach them, then by the time that they're out of college, they're ready to take on the world.
Bangor Parks and Rec as a whole does multiple things throughout the city. We are a 9-division department. We also have a summer camp, which is broken up into 4 different locations.
I am a counselor for the 2nd and 3rd grade age group. So what our responsibilities are throughout each weekday is to create daily activities for the kids.
We have 75 kids here today, and the kids are here all day long. And they have an opportunity to play all day. They swim in the afternoon, they play more games in the afternoon. So a lot of these interns not only are planning the scheduling, but they're also planning a lot of the games. It's a great opportunity for them to see how the whole operation works.
Us as counselors want to create like a fun atmosphere. We want to make sure that the kids are smiling, the counselors are smiling, just providing that high interest level, making sure just treating the kids as if they're your own. So just creating that comfort level between the counselors and the campers.
Interns are a huge benefit to any type of organization. Every organization offers so many different things. If those students, want a job during the school year, they apply, they have an opportunity with us because we have lots of jobs in Bangor Parks and Rec. So it doesn't have to just be with the camp counselors. They could work at Sawyer Arena or the golf course or anything that has to do with sports management.
I actually got information regarding this internship through our job fair. Bangor Parks and Rec really stood out of all the different companies that were at those job fairs. Bangor Parks and Rec is an awesome program. It's a great department to work for.
There's a lot of opportunities for these college kids to come work for us. The partnership with Husson is huge. I feel like I could just go and walk through the doors and just be welcomed from them. It's a great place to be.
Sethany Interactive was formed in 2001 with a focus on web design and development, providing solutions for businesses. Our focus has expanded from web design and development into mobile application design and development, as well as web marketing.
While here at Stephanie, I've gotten mentoring and guidance through projects that have been assigned to me. I'm basically a developer as well.
For us, it is not necessarily just having an extra pair of hands to help bring a project to completion. The idea here is that students actually apply what they've learned, but also are able to learn additional skills and techniques that maybe are not necessarily offered in the classroom.
It definitely gets your foot in the door. Every time you look at an application, you see 5+ years of experience, or they need 20+ years of experience in order to get this position, and how else are you going to get this experience if you're coming right out of college? It's getting your foot in the door to having that part of the experience that most jobs require.
The solutions that are delivered today and the methods to deliver those solutions are quite different than they were 3 or 5 or 7 years ago.
My advice is don't feel like you're not experienced enough to do it, because that's what you're here to do, is become experienced. And there's never an issue to not do it. There's never a reason to not take an internship. So I'm definitely more prepared if I were to, after graduating, try to go into a web development company. I would know the basics of what I needed.
One of the big advantages that we see as an employer with regard to Husson University is their emphasis on experiential learning and their emphasis on internships, that it is essential that a student gain real-world experience in order to really complete their education.
We are part of the Department of Health and Human Services, specifically the Health and Environmental Testing Laboratory, and then within that we are the Forensic Chemistry section. We have 2 disciplines, the first being solid dose drug chemistry and the second being toxicology.
I learned how evidence is processed and analyzed. I've also been learning how to operate the scientific instruments that are used to analyze those samples. And then I'm working specifically with very, very diluted samples of heroin and fentanyl, which have been increasing in the laboratory for the past few years.
Aside from seeing the evidence and participating in the reception of evidence and seeing how it goes to the laboratory, an intern may be able to have their own special project.
Well, not only do you learn a lot, but you actually have a lot of fun while you're in the internship. It's a great experience. I definitely recommend it.
We want to encourage and show people what science really is, because it is so different than what you see in a textbook. Science is firsthand. It is seeing something, it is experiencing, it's seeing a reaction, it's seeing an instrument printout and going, I was right, it's this, or just the opposite. Wow, this is something totally different. I wasn't expecting this. That you cannot capture in the classroom, whereas you can doing an internship.
Well, it gives really, really good work experience. First of all, it can open up a lot of doors in the future, or even at the company that you're working for. I get hands-on experience. I learn a lot of information that I did not know before I came here, and then I can take what I learned in the classroom, and then it finally comes into piece, and it fits all together.
It is rewarding in the sense that you are experiencing and you are mentoring to a younger scientist. And we can often go back and realize and remember, there was a scientist who had a role in my life, in my development. They really keyed me into science and solidified, this is what I want to do.
With the Volunteer Lawyers Project, we rely entirely on volunteer attorneys and community volunteers. And the backbone of our program is certainly our internship program.
It's all related to family law, divorce, parental rights, those kind of things. The idea that we can provide help to people who might otherwise not be getting help has been really great. It's been a good feeling to kind of have. There's a huge sense of meaning.
We really look for interns who are interested in pursuing a career either as an attorney or in the legal field.
So there's nothing that can replace practical experience in the field. Actually seeing what you're doing put to use is invaluable. That's been huge.
Our intern from Husson University currently staffs our family law clinics throughout the region. We really couldn't do this work without his efforts.
I think it's a pretty mutual benefit. I think where the Volunteer Lawyers Project is an entirely volunteer program, The idea that they can take students who are in need of experience, they have a great pool to pull from, and we have a great place to go to get that real-world experience. So it's really beneficial both ways.
His work ethic is really great. The maturity level is very impressive. I think it's probably indicative of the education that he's received, and probably also, you know, the type of students that Husson looks for in the first place.
And Husson puts out a lot of great students, and I think that combination of having great students go to a great program, you know, makes both a lot stronger.
I'm really looking forward to this relationship with Husson. Having Colin with us has been a great thing for our program.